Hey there, gorgeous. I hope that your day is starting off well. I hope that you are ready to begin your show. I hope that everything's going smoothly for you. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for September 27th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're pulled to this in time, it might be really relevant to what's going on in your life. This is a general collective reading, so do not force this to fit your life. If it does not fit your life, you can always enjoy the shenanigans or just go about your day. If that does make sense, I hope it's a good message. Also, if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the email address provided below or in the DMs on the social platforms. We're starting this off with a lot of sword energy, which is not bad. So, what do you need to know? You're ready to make the decision. You're not stuck anymore. I see that you're going to cut through to the truth. You're doing it compassionately though. So a lot of throat chakra activation going on with this. I see that she is very bold, staring at something that has been following her from the past. It might be a person, whatever's a noun, person, place, or thing, some sort of an attachment. But I see that she is ready to cut it free. And I can tell by this, it's the moon. This is about, it's always about a new phase in life. And I feel like this might be a phase of release for you. It feels good. I see that the clouds are in the background. There's nothing really surrounding you. You're not clouded in the head or anything like that. I think that you are seeing this very, very clearly. And look at the bird that is flying up above. I would imagine it to be an eagle, for God's sakes, because eagles are some of the highest messengers out there. They are, if you can compare it to anything, I would compare it to like Archangel Michael, like that kind of level of messenger, like spirit or God or whatever you believe's right hand man, or you know, whatever. So really big messages coming in. And look at her crown. It's the butterfly. It has butterflies on it. That's actually really beautiful. It talks about your metamorphosis. So all of this change, it's given you an edge. But I don't feel like that edge is bad. I really do feel like this is a very big sharpness about yourself and getting straight to the point. I really feel like the experiences that have occurred in your life up to this point have really sharpened your tools rather than dulling your life. So I'm really enjoying this. You've gotten off of the whole being stuck, wanting to tiptoe around everybody's feelings with this, and probably even discarding your own. And we have more sword energy. So this, go look at the mini reads, because all the mini reads were absent of this right here. This I really enjoy. The change that's occurring is, first off, you're not going to let people use their tool against you. This is not to be used against you. I see that you are absorbing whatever it is that is being thrown at you, and you get to use it to your advantage. I see whatever has been at a disservice with you in your life, whatever the detriment has been, you are overcoming. And I see that people have to learn to really leave you alone with this one. They're not going to get one over on you. All it is going to stretch them thin. So I see that people are really learning how to walk away in a no-win situation for themselves. You're not going to be rocked again, especially with these particular people. You have your heart back, you have your compassion, and it also looks like you have your sense of security, and you are walking in passion. I'm going strictly with the colors on this and the chakra. So this, you are leading your life with passion, and you are completely surrounded by compassionate nature, firm security, and powerful. You feel very powerful. You feel very much in your masculine energy. But I see the balance of the masculine and the feminine. The feminine aspect of you is definitely standing in her power. When she speaks, or sorry, when it speaks, it's genderless. It is booming. So I really love and appreciate this. And I love that despite everything, this is the road that you decide to go down. You could have just as easily gone backwards. I wouldn't blame you. I don't think anybody who is watching this, if it were a movie, would be able to blame you. So really, I got to give you kudos here. Alrighty, what do you need to know now? So, give me more on this. So, welcome back. All right, so this, it's slowing down, but this, I want you to know, just because your life is not chaotic, there's not major fighting going on, there's no battle to be won right now, it doesn't mean that, things are, going badly. This lack of chaos in your life is actually really calming, peaceful, gives it an air of recovery, gives you a sign that not all is lost and that there's still hope, that everything can turn in your favor. I see that you are learning not to play with certain people in your life. Nope. They can go elsewhere. They can go to another playground for all you care. But what I'm seeing in here is that there's nothing that can be gained. These are people who are not your equal energy. I don't want to just leave it at the not your equals. It's not your equal energy, and I don't want you to feel bad about that. You're somebody who, through your experience, have greatly matured, greatly found themselves, got a real strong, firm foundation that is going on. I think that you're very composed. And I don't think that that's bad. Nothing really gets to agitate you anymore, because I think that you have mastered your anger. I think that you have mastered your emotions. And the people who would normally try to get under your skin in this scenario aren't able to do that. So when you don't give into that feeling, that agitation, and you're not giving into people's little baiting tactics to try and pull you in, because it feels like energy vampires, they start to not even bother with you. It kind of reminds me of, remember when you were young and people were either teasing you or beating you up or fighting? I don't know what kind of childhood you had. I'm just saying, do you remember things like that occurring? And people would be like, just ignore them, they'll go away. This is Spirit's way of saying, just ignore them, they'll go away. But the thing is, they're actually going away right now. It's like this actual energy of repellent. I love it. So this, you being who you are, where you are in life, there's nothing that can rock you. It's not like you can't get away from this. It's just, it's energetically blocking. There is an energetic block that is going on. So, oh wise one, what do you need to watch out for with this? Okay, what do you need to keep an eye out on? What is the point to avoid? How's it going so far? How was your weekend? My ex-husband and his wife had a baby. Absolute cute little boy. Very happy for them. Oh, let's see. I'm preparing for my son's 10th birthday. That's fun. Spend time. Oh, yes. Anyone else just super excited to have some alone time, have some shut the H up time, and not have anybody interfere with that? It's no longer like this idea of isolation or loneliness. It's more like, you know? Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Okay. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Oh my God, yes. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information and enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Do you ever just have like 60 seconds, 1 minute, to just kick back, maybe read something, maybe just have a quiet sip of your drink, maybe even just have breakfast alone, get lost in your thoughts, and just let the day move past you. Doesn't that sound like a dream? I love this so much. This is just what the doctor ordered on this. Enjoy the alone time that you are feeling right now. This is time for you to gather some personal insight, some personal clarification, some sort of divine inspiration. I feel like you have to do this out in nature. This is not about isolating yourself. It's very clear about not isolating yourself. Alone and isolation are different. But getting to a quiet place, doing some inner inventory, and having this spark of inspiration. Follow that where it leads you. I feel like you're going down some sort of really nice and cool, interesting rabbit hole. Something about this is going to spark a whole new line of insightful awakening. It doesn't feel as dramatic as like The Matrix or anything. It feels soothing. And it feels like so many thoughts that you have had just click into place. Whether it's about life or a particular person or persons or situation, it feels very informative. In this time of reflection, I see that you are going to gather anything that you learn in this time period and actually help others with your wisdom. I don't think that you understand that with this insight that you are gathering right now, this is going to help others when they get to this point. You are becoming the elder informant about whatever spiritual awakening is. All of these trials, all these endless tears, all of these upsets, all of these on your knees, just waiting for God to get the moment to pass, or Allah, I really don't care what your faith is, but we'll call it spirit. Waiting for spirit to get you through this. You are part of a beautiful, helpful chain like that. And I love it so much. So I know how this seems to be kind of woogey in a sense, but it's taking everything that you've experienced and using it and your wisdom to your advantage. Not only is it calming your life, it is going to be a nugget of emotional and informational wealth for somebody who is coming towards you. I do see you as being a mentor for somebody, either coming in now or way further down the road. The student will appear when they are ready, which incidentally is when you show up. You know the deal. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if you suddenly find yourself thrown with a bunch of student-like creatures around you, know that it's your time to shine. Okay. So, what do you have to look forward to? What are some key notes to watch out for, Sparky? I got whispers of love. I love love. I love all the ways that it expresses itself. Let's see. Treasure your loved ones. I really take this as remember where you came from. Focus on love. Okay. Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. All right, that's what I definitely needed to see on that. You're stronger than you realize. True love. The divinity in me sees the divinity in you. It's important to love others deeply. Look for the good in everybody, and you are stronger than you realize. Love, this love is once in a lifetime. There's so many ways that I'm seeing this right now. Some of the key points to look for. I am in no way, shape, or form condoning the behavior of what has occurred towards you in your life, the hardships. I can't imagine you know, the stressors that have been involved in your life. And I'm not saying it's okay. The point is to step outside of yourself in that situation and understand what this did for your life, for your mentality. It forced you in such a way after the whole, what feels like a victimhood, a victimization, because how can you not feel that way for at least a moment? See what this did for you. This carved you into such a strong force, a force to be reckoned with. So even though some really exasperating and terrible things have occurred in your life, see what this did for you. You didn't lose your heart. You became so incredibly strong. You had no other choice but to be perseverant. So even though it was very crappy what you experienced, see what came out of it with you. You are incredible. You have your heart, you have your wisdom, you have your integrity, you have your strength. You are, I'll say it again, a force to be reckoned with. So there are some people in your life who have undoubtedly changed. They may have changed for something that you do not favor. They may have changed in your favor. And both sides of that are true. Whatever has occurred, it is the reality of it, even though you don't see it from their perspective. So what I'm seeing in here, there's going to be some people who have undoubtedly changed for the better in your life. And there are going to be people who remind you of those particular people for some reason. They are going to be making their way into your life. And even though I'm not telling you to overlook red flags, I'm not telling you to look at hunches that really seem to warn you about something, I want you to go into every situation while you have your guard, while you have your spidey senses. Go in with an open mind. Go in without a sense of being biased, judgmental. Try and see the good and the opportunity of what is coming in. I see that there is a spark in the dark that is going to be presenting itself in your life. It seems like a diamond in the rough. And it might take a little extra time or effort or patience to really look into this and see the true diamond of it. And that's where I think it leads to the love of a lifetime. For some of you, you might be meeting loved ones, but for this, I see it as divine opportunity and divine connection coming in with this, and something that truly resonates with you and your whole being. So this, I see a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that is coming your way. What is going to be the result of this? Halloween Oracle, because why not? If you guys see a gray cat come on screen, my familiar who has adopted me, Gray, has decided to take over my desk, and he's stretching out on, I think, about 10 decks of cards, and he's just sleeping away. But I have a sneaking suspicion that he might make his presence known, because he started to when I was doing the mini reads. Oh my God, you have so much happiness en route to you. Okay. What do we have? Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. This was the first card that came out. Then we have Scrying. And we have Hearth. Zombie. So the eternal cycle begins here. Intuition, happiness in our hearts and homes, and control. I see that you are going to be getting a new sense of empowerment in your life. I see that there's going to be divine connections that really fill your environment, your home base, your family unit, whatever you want to call it. And I see that this is an entire new cycle that is coming in with these people. You're going to know them by the way that they feel. It is familiar, stranger. These may even be people from the past who are showing up who have gone through a transformation. No, you don't have to let everybody in. I'm not telling you to do that. Sometimes it's just, all right, release, surrender, and just go. But I'm seeing the metamorphosis and the change in the new cycle with people who are potentially coming back into your life and people who are going to be elevating the environment at home. So this once in a lifetime connection actually might be a divine connection that is coming in for some of you. For some of you, this might be a connection of the past. For some of you, this might just be a familiar stranger who is coming in as like just completely adding to your world. And for some of you, this is a once in a lifetime chance. And I see that regardless of whatever the situation is, you are really jumping on it. Let's see. Magical mermaids and dolphins. Mother healing is coming in. So, all right. It's about healing your blocks to emotional compassion, love, and for some of you, healing that mother energy. Contemplation time. I think that is when the pause is going to be happening for you, and you actually dissolve whatever the final blocks are between you and your happiness are. And then we have Father healing. This is a point of allowing yourself to be taken care of and allowing for this feeling of protection in your life. There is love and there is giving and there is protection that is coming in. And you're dissolving all of those blocks that has kept you from such a happiness in your life. We have rest, we have self-employment, and we also have let yourself receive with the final card for manifesting. So, my dear, you are manifesting these once-in-a-lifetime connections and commitments, and you have to be in the receiving mode. So, it's up to you to dissolve all those blocks between you, your protection, your loving, and your happiness. And it's not about you going out and getting it. It's about it presenting itself in your life. So, I see that it is. It is going to be presenting itself. We have the music for manifesting. It's time for you to get yourself into the vibration of which you want to receive these things, because it can only meet you where you are. And you have to maintain that energy, which I do feel is very natural for you. But through the inventory of which you will be doing things, I think that it's going to momentarily be something where you have to be mindful of where you are going to in your mind. And that's going to be reflected in your exterior world. It's not time for you to fight for anything. It's time for you to rest and recover and recuperate everything. And it's time for you to genuinely start taking care of yourself and starting the I guess, showing how you, showing what your expectations for yourself are, showing yourself and others how you are going to take care of yourself and what your baseline is. I'm having a hard time with the words right now, but you get what I'm saying, right? This is going to meet you where you are. Self-care is very important right now, but I see with what is coming in towards you, it is going to be very comforting, but it's coming in passionately. So it's about you also being grounded, because you're about to see what feels like almost very fiery, passionate. And it's, again, once in a lifetime opportunity, and I don't see you missing it. If it's love, so help me God, it's going to be crazy, but crazy awesome. If this is going to be Soul Tribe, you, regardless of where this is going, I see this elevated feeling and it feels euphoric. So I'm going to leave this there. If you have questions about booking your own private session, go ahead and reach out in the email address or the DMs on the social platform. Ask about any sales, any services I provide, and what might be right for you. Don't forget to include your time zones so I can see what I have open. Okay, yeah, until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care, have fun. Bye. Hey, if you are coming across this, you've been going through some sort of change that we need to talk about. Well, realizations and epiphanies is at the base of this, so let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. If this does not resonate, go ahead and, I don't know. Maybe start a chain letter. Nobody's done that in a while. Send this to 10 people or else. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, what kind of change are you going through? What do you need to know about it? So realizations and epiphanies. About what? Keep the faith in decisions. Okay, this is getting a little bit more intense and dramatic. What about it? If you guys see a gray, fluffy ball of furry purplness, that's gray. He's decided he's going to hang out with me while I am recording today. Ooh. 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 Oh. All right. This really does speak for itself. Isn't it crazy to realize when something it's just over? A chapter of your life, this mindset, this way of living, even relationships, it's come to a close in your life. It's simply over. There's nothing more to be gained from the situation. And I think that this is talking about the time that you actually have to acknowledge it. It's important that you be honest and truthful with yourself, maybe all the parties involved, either that or just maybe letting it fall to the wayside. This is the decision that you have to make. Know that it's not a mistake. Nothing about this, nothing about your conclusion is a mistake. It's, I think it's setting off on a new trail. But regardless of what this is, know that the decision and the change that you are about to embark on, it feels like a new morning. It feels like a whole new horizon in front of you. I know that this is probably difficult to acknowledge and potentially walk away from, but you are going to get through it, and you actually might have support. I know it's difficult, but this is really for the best. It's time to let your wings stretch out and fly. Hey there, beautiful. If you are coming across this, we have the saints and angels who want to give you the what's up. Not the WhatsApp, but the what's up. Speak your truth. Saint Bernadette. Actually really love that name. It's strong. What do you need to know? What does Saint Bernadette want to embellish on right now? Speak your truth about what? That Miracle Whip is garbage? Mayonnaise is also garbage? Well, how the hell do we believe in that stuff? All right. I don't know why I went off on that tangent. Don't even bother asking. It's beyond me. Speak your truth, child, faith, and look deeper. Faith is coming out a second time during the mini reads. What do you have to have faith about? The child. What about the child? Look deeper. Some of you may be having an issue with an actual child, something going on with that. That's very possible, but that's also going to be for a very select few. We have vision that came out, and then two more that just flew. Marriage and emotions. Yes, I said it like that. Hello, Princess Bride. Speak your truth, child, faith, look deeper, vision, marriage, and emotional. So you have to stay committed to some sort of path that actually it's been something that you've been dreaming about for a very long time. This is coming back to life from, I think, this more youthful stage of you. It doesn't actually have to be the more childlike aspects of you, but this is when you felt as free and as uninhibited as you did as a child. So this is something that you are divinely connected to. It is a commitment of yours, and this, I think, is causing an eruption of emotions, and it's telling you to bring this out from deep inside. I feel like it's been dormant for quite a while. This is a huge cathartic release for you, and I honestly think that this is going to get your zest for life back on some sort of level. Be the person that you wanted to be when you were younger, or be the person that you need to be when you were younger, or get this innocent excitement back to life. Some part of you is being reanimated, and I want you to embrace it. This is not just a one-time deal. This is a lifestyle, a choice, a commitment of yours, and I really do see this playing out in the very positive sense. So if you're coming across this, we are going to be looking at the Work Your Light. Is this Work Your Light? This is not Work Your Light. Hang on. Which deck is this? Great. Do you happen to know which deck this is, bud? Butterfly Oracle? No. Work Your Light. It is Work Your Light. I have so many decks. I really should probably keep them in the box, but that's just not happening. I'm staring at like 30 piles right now, but that's more than okay. I want to hear your judgment. What does Work Your Light want to tell you right now? Portal's standing out to me. Okay. It didn't come out, but it caught my attention. So something about a portal, something that you are going through. All right, what do you need to know? Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Don't ever force these to fit your life. Whales and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. These mini reads, okay, this is going to be big messages. Make sure that you check out the Daily Tarot and Oracle for September 27th, 2021, also timeless. Karmic relationships. Ooh, okay. Starbathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Oh my God, okay. So, my dear, the karmic relationships you have been experiencing, that you have been getting closure on, are activating some sort of crazy awakening of yours. Yes, it's more you standing in your truth, speaking your voice, but this is activating some sort of deep-seated calling of yours, some sort of deep-seated connection. And I think that your people, your soul group, your tribe is coming out of what seems to be the ether and making the ultimate connection with you. You're going to have these absolute divine connections that seem to pop up out of nowhere, that have been weirdly around you for a while, but are only being acknowledged by you at this moment. You have endured, suffered, lived through a ton of conflict. So this, I'm glad that you didn't become jaded. I'm glad that you have worked through your ascension. However, this is not a time for you to just let all the funk get over it. I want this bottom one. What is it? Ooh. Sea of Mintaka. See potential, bringing unconscious to light. Yes, your ascension. Oh. This activation is, it seems to be ascending you, getting you into your light body, stepping you into your light work and mission, and also these almost telepathic communications. Very interesting. Can't wait to see how this changes you. So, magical messages messages from the magical mystical fairies. Yeah. What do you need to know? If you stumble across this, if you watch these in order, what's going on? What is the deal? I love getting notifications as I'm doing these little mini blips. I should probably turn off all the Wi-Fi, but no, I never will. Your desires within reach. Fantabulous. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. Get some exercise. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. This has been happening since summer. Oh my goodness. Listen, you gotta let your freak flag fly. You gotta be unapologetically yourself. You have done enough insight to know exactly who you are. So why are you holding this back from anybody seeing it? You being yourself is not you isolating yourself from anyone. So don't try and fool us on that. You need to be seen. You calling in this life, you actually have to go out and get it. This has been occurring since summer. You have been getting closure since summer. You need to get out. You need to get out. You need to go let this sun hit your face. Unless you're allergic to the sun, then wear sunscreen and or this awesome hat. Let's see. Your desire is within reach. Something that you have been closing off from and working towards since summer is about to make itself known in your world. So what are the final ties that you need to get closure on from your life? What makes you so special? What makes you so unique? And if this hasn't been something that has unveiled itself to you, these are the not last throws, but the final efforts in this particular time frame to let this come out. It's really about your will and divine will, and which one is going to drag your butt to the pit stop on this one. It's not a finish line, it's a pit stop. Whatever is occurring is not the finality of your life. This is one of the pit stops on many pit stops that you are going to be dealing with. But as you get closer to this pit stop, this destination phase, it is going to start bottlenecking. So instead of letting everything get intense and uncomfortable as it tends to get, why not dive deep? Take an extra day to kind of look at that. Maybe take an extra step in the brave steps that you've been doing and drag this part out of you. I really feel like this is amazing. It feels like this huge door opening for you. I want to know how this turns out. I want to know what this means to you. So stay in touch. Let me know what's up. Hey there. If you're coming across this, right or wait. What do you need to know? If it makes sense, awesome. If it does not, I don't know what to tell you. Continue about your day. But I'm glad that you're here. If you stumble across this, you might need to hear this message. Okay, what is this? Ooh, this is coming in from a distance, either space or time. I don't know. Let's Star Wars this. It looks like everything has stopped. That's because something is on its way to you. It's time for you to get grounded. It's time for you to focus about what your boundaries are and see where you have maybe accidentally, unintentionally overextended yourself with people. I see that this is a great time to look at yourself and see what has grown in place. This actually has a lot of Capricornian energy, Virgo, Taurus. All right, so we have all the elements here, it looks like. Earth, air. No, we don't have air. We're missing a little bit of air. So maybe it's we don't want to get lost in our thoughts with this. The Wheel of Fortune's in reverse, so it seems like everything has come to a screeching halt. That's the thing, though. It's come to a screeching halt because there's nothing that you need to do. And it seems like luck is not on your side. Maybe time's not on your side. And that is just a load of ugh. It's really not anything that's working against you. You're getting lost in your head. And at the same time, you're not letting your mind be open up to other things, like the potential that whatever it is on its way to you. I do see that you are going to be getting an offering. I do see that this is something that involves long term, and I see that you are grabbing that one wand. So I see this as you coming towards this as it approaches you with a huge passion. So the feeling I'm getting from this is when it's in eye view, that's when the excitement really erupts within you. You need proof that something is worth approaching, that is worth starting again for, and really it's going to reveal itself. I know that you want to feel let down right now, but usually when it gets quiet like this, it's when big things are happening behind the scenes. And trust me, I hate it just as much as the next person. I second guess it just as much as the next person, but here we are. Get ready for the big revealing. This is awesome. It's going to have this overflow of emotion. It's going to have this overflow of excitement, which is probably why you need to work on being grounded now, because you're going to want to lose it when this comes towards you. And it's also going to have this final sense of peace, like, oh, thank God, finally. So when this happens, feel free to let me know what happened. It seems to be something that is going to really ease your anxiety. So very cool. If you're coming across this, you need to get a message. Ooh, why is this in here? All right, that's weird, misplaced. So nature, singing and dancing. Okay, I don't know why this was in this deck, but here we are. So I wanted to make a grand appearance. I usually separate these after every single session and then cleanse them, but apparently this bad boy just really wanted to talk to you. Okay, yes. Ascended Masters, release God box. Listen to your intuitive feelings. There's something that has had a major attachment to you. This might be an actual object, What I'm getting is with this is going to have to be done outside. So as long as you're in a safe place and time, or have access and that you can do this safely, whatever this is, it's telling you, I'm getting this feeling of either having to bury something like a broken gemstone, or some sort of a trinket. Something needs to be pulled from your energy. It's something that doesn't really belong with you anymore. It's served its purpose, and it's time to let it go so that it can, I guess, meet its next energy that it needs to do work with. Also, for some of you, there's a karmic connection that you seem to be having the worst time separating yourself from. I'm seeing cord pulling ceremonies. I'm seeing a lot of blocking efforts on your part towards this, and it's not working. This feels like it's suffocating you. So what I'm getting is to write out the entirety of the connection, the entirety of how it's affecting you, and the entirety of the process and how you're letting it go. And this is something that you need to release. It seems to be either under the moonlight, or you can obviously do it during the day. Have some cleansing tools around you. There's something that you really genuinely need to pull from your energy. It's more weighing you down than anything. So if you're afraid of how this is going to affect you afterwards, it's talking about the God box, but you really need to cleanse yourself. There's a major attachment that you don't need to carry, but it's the worst time you have getting rid of it. So do the final pulls on this. You can, again, release this during the day, but I'm getting the feeling it would probably be best at night, but do what works for you. Have the support in doing it, and then maybe have like sage or something that'll help you cleanse, whatever works for you.